The Sharks were down 4-1 to the Utah Hockey Club, and they hocked two of that to their first win of the season. Oh my God, I forgot what winning feels like. Let's talk about the Sharks' first win in nearly 6.5 months right now on Teal Town After Dark. Oh God, that feels bad. All right. Good evening, everyone. It is October 28th, 2024. The San Jose Sharks with an unreal comeback in Utah, beating the hockey club 5-4 in overtime. We welcome you to this very first victorious edition of Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks postgame. Chat with us and fellow hockey fans all over the world and on the YouTube page or the app. If you follow us on the socials, you can do that as well. We appreciate that. And of course, you can find everything at tealtownusa.com. And of course, if you want to support the pod, you can do so using Venmo at tealtownusa or hit us up on the super chat. It's been a long time coming, but we have gotten one of our original guests back. Yes, Jules is here with me as well. High five. Woohoo. But our very, 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 very good friend Chelena Goldman is with us tonight, and I know there was one person in the chat said that when I left the Discord that the Sharks made their comeback. I'm just saying I tweeted out a link that included Shelena's name on it, and all of a sudden they made a comeback. So Chelena is now here for the rest of the year.
No days off. I'm so sorry.
Yes. Chelena, it's good to see you, my dear. How have you been?
It's good to see you, my friend. It's been too long. And this was a nice night to come back, apparently.
Yes, indeed. Oh, man. I just remember way back in the day. So, give you context a bit. Chelena was like, her and Brody were like one of our first two big supporters of the podcast. We've had her on numerous times. Ian and I, of course, will always mention the night that, everything from COVID shutdown happened was when me, Ian, and Chelena did an After Dark and just in stunned silence about everything that was happening. So you've done a lot of history with us, and I think I speak for everybody here. It's so glad to see you.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. This is great. This is so nice. I remember being in my old apartment in Daly City and having a tablet in like my dresser drawer, trying to get light right to be on when I wrote for Bay Area Sports Guy, way back in the day. So we've come a long way.
Very much so. Very much so. And unfortunately, so have the Sharks. Oh man, Jules, how are you? Thank you for being for screaming in my ears when all of that was happening in the third.
Yeah, no, the minute Puckguy and I left the Discord, the Sharks. So I think we should get an assist on the Sharks victory.
Sure, why not? I mean, I swear. All right, so let's get into this game because we do have to. Recap this one. Sharks would go down 2-0 in the first period. I just it wasn't the best start. Dylan Gunther gets his 6 from Keller. Michelli gets his first of the year, and you're thinking 2-0 Chelena, and you're like, oh no, here we go again.
It was so bizarre, though, because I was even thinking at a couple of points when they were down 2-0, I was like, they could easily be up 3-2 right now. Mm-hmm. There was something that happened way later in the game, not until that latter part of the third period where they weren't playing opportunistic hockey. It's too easy to say that they weren't finishing things, but they were just right on the doorstep and just didn't have all of those components working for them. And they had a good looking power play. They were able to get out of their zone, and they just weren't finishing. And when you're coming into this new, they're not technically, they're still, they're still the Coyotes. They're not really a new team, but you have this team that's in a new building who have lost 3 straight, including 2 at home. You need to come in and kind of step on them. And the Sharks kind of got back on their heels. And then even after they were able to cut into that lead and go up, and make it 2-1, they instantly got on their heels after that. And then Utah's able to score again. So there's that bit of hunger that was missing for the better part of, that first. And then again, in that second. So if they can play more opportunistic hockey throughout the game, they won't have to get out of a 4-1 hole late.
And Jules, I mean, I'll piggyback off of what Chelena just said. They didn't look that bad. It wasn't like it was a total domination like it was the first period in Vegas, where you thought this thing was
or
over.
even LA. Yeah.
Or even LA for that matter. But I mean, they looked decent and competitive.
Yeah, I mean, like, this was probably the best I've seen them play. And now, granted, I've watched 3 of the 9 games this season, but this is probably the best I've seen the Sharks play since it's been a while. Let's put it that way. But I didn't think they played horribly. I think their defense is actually just atrocious, in my opinion. There's a few times where it was just lost coverage. Michelli's just wide open in front of the net because everyone blew coverage or something like that. But like Chelena said, there was several times where the Sharks could have easily been up at least by 4, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a total flip flop, but they were hanging in there. And even though the second period would come out where they're still out shooting Utah, they get the Zetterlund goal, which was a beautiful power move. I love Zetterlund doing that.
Zetterlund.
Yeah, I had some OG OG Timo Meyer to it a little bit, just that real big power move. That was so cool. And even his second goal had, it had that physicality behind it. And that's something where it's I want to see that from more of the team. It's just, It was so good. And that's something where you want to see them piggyback off of that and take that and be like, okay, we have momentum now, let's go. And it still took them a little while to it took him having to score twice for them to kind of feed off that vibe.
Yeah. Although it was 2-1, you thought, okay, they're still in it. And then Utah scores a couple to finish out the period. Michelli gets his second. Sergachev gets his first as a hockey club.
The club.
the club.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun with that. I don't want them to have a name. I don't want them to have a mascot. The club is just too fun.
I mean, they should skate out to that, actually.
Right? I thought about that. That would be great. Because they have or it's I looked up what their goal music is now, and it's something super duper techno-y. It's no, dude.
Sorry.
It's come out of Fitty. That would be so dope. But the hockey world hates my music opinion, so it's fine.
No, we don't hate it. I just love Sandstorm too much, okay? Don't I'm just saying.
Never.
Just 8 minutes to mention Sandstorm. I think that's right.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
I'm hitting the over on the amount that's going to get me.
No, that's the one time.
I'm counting the over.
No. So 4-1 for Utah going into the third period. Things just did not seem good. But the thing was, they were getting more and more shots on net and really taking it to Utah, out shooting them 17-3 in the third. And then you saw 15-28, Zetterlund looking like a stud there. Then you have Granlund throwing pucks on net. You just never know. And then Toffoli with 2.5 to go in the third period. And they, ironically enough, they all got their 5th goal of the season in that stretch. So,
oh, wow. That's great.
The chat is begging us. Alexander Wennberg. The dude was a monster in the face-offs. All of the Sharks... Why is my lighting having a stroke? But all of the Sharks' goals were, at least when they tried to tie the game, when they were going to tie the game, was all from Wennberg's drawn wins. That guy is a beast in the face-off zone. In my opinion, he's probably one of the best face-off takers right now the Sharks have, because I don't know Sturm's numbers. I could be so wrong here. Yell at me if I am, please. But props to Wennberg, because I know we gave him shit.
Yep.
A few times because he had that missed breakaway in what was it, the second period, shorthanded?
That was the third. That was to open up the third.
That was third, yeah. So the third.
And he just stopped short, and it was dude. But he had his redemption run in OT. Because I was even looking at, because I even saw that, because that opened up the third, and I was like, buddy, that was oof. But
You're
yeah,
like, buddy.
but I think that, I mean, he then went and had like a monster third period. So
Yeah. No, props to Wennberg.
yeah,
So chat, you can stop yelling at us.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is where he got his money tonight.
Yeah.
Where he's just winning draws, doing those little things, getting in the way, do whatever it is, and just happens to be the right spot for the OTGWG.
Also, Warsofsky's reason. I don't know if we have a
Oh,
clip.
Ooh, that's
I-
gotta be a GIF.
hang on.
That
immediately.
someone please
It's
Twitter
really
X,
good.
whatever you want to call it. Like
I
that's
think I
one of
can
the
do that.
best
Hang on.
reactions I've
Yeah.
seen.
It's such
Like-
great emotion. It's so dope. And early in the season, you don't see it. You don't see that coaches are a little more buttoned up unless they're really angry.
Yeah.
And just to see him do the fist bump behind the bench, that was pretty great.
And he was just relieved.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think the whole team is relieved. Like I feel like they can let loose now just a little and maybe not grip.
I mean, they do have to play tomorrow, so they
Yeah.
can't,
Right.
They can't completely
But that is good. It's good for the room. This was what happened last year when they lost their first 11. You had guys who they liked the group that they had. They liked who they were playing with. They liked certain things about their game, but it was just, there was never anything to celebrate. It felt bad. And then they had those, they lost 10-2 back-to-back games.
Yeah.
And that really gets into your head. So, they have a busy week. So starting it off, finally getting their first win, that'll at least help them. And that'll hopefully seep into their game a little bit more, and they'll push a little tight. They won't grab their sticks so hard, and it'll be more fun to watch at least.
Yeah, and then hopefully Will Smith plays tomorrow, and you never know.
Yeah,
I do get the impression that they just don't want him playing back-to-back games.
Yeah,
I think
that's my thought also.
More of a developmental thing.
So there's the Wennberg overtime goal. Sorry, NHL, we have to show this because we're happy.
Just
Come on
Wennberg
now.
being a monster on the draws, like Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know what his percentage was at the end of the night. I think it was somewhere in the 50s.
But here's the bench reaction right here.
Just look at that.
Love it.
Look at that. Like he's a coach that just genuinely, like, he'll always, like, even during his press conference, he'll show raw emotion, but like, yeah.
It's
good for him.
It's nice to see.
I love it.
Good for him. Yeah, that's just a fun reaction. And yeah, Lucy, Wennberg was very noticeable tonight. Yeah, like you mentioned, third period stepped up his game, and it's nice. Yeah, monkey off his back. Yeah, big time Jimmy Chomps Teal.
So did Granny. Like, Granny's been a monster this whole season, in my opinion. He's been the Sharks MVP, but like Granlund fought his ass off to get the puck, and then that's how Wennberg was able to draw the penalty, because Granlund spent at least 45 seconds on the board. Granlund at 13 points. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at that and see where he is. I think
where's he in the NHL?
That's what I know. Look.
Stone has 17.
Yeah,
and
so
I know that
Vegas
fans are obnoxious about that shit.
What?
Them
obnoxious?
Vegas fans obnoxious? What am I talking about? Sorry. Anyways, let me see where Granny's at, because that has to be high in the.
I don't think they've updated yet, but 13 gets you.
It's
top 12. Because there's a lot of guys at 14, 15, and 16, and Mark Stone's at 17. So
he's right behind, like, Scheif. He's right in between Scheifele and Macklin. No, Evgeny. So Malkin. Yeah, thank you.
You're wishing from Celebrini to be back.
Yeah, no, I miss Celebrini. So there you go. Not Macklin.
Now, hopefully Celebrini didn't get too excited and didn't hurt himself when he saw his team win. Let's just hope that's the case. So we still have a week to go before we hear of another update for Celebrini. That'll be seen down the road for sure. But oh man, wow, what a win by the Sharks. It did not look great, but they absolutely got the W for their for that comeback win in the third. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
All
the
right. Good
Cuda
night,
is-
everyone.
Night, guys. Have a good night.
Eric's tired is over it.
Those, well, me
Nap
and
time.
oh,
It's
thank
always nap
goodness.
time.
Agreed.
During the first period.
Yeah, first. So everybody take the first period off. We'll see you back here.
Right?
Right. But I mean, definitely a complete change. The big thing that I was getting on Chelena was like the effort, the pushback, I call it the give a damn.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was definitely showed up here tonight, especially in the third period. But overall, this whole game, I mean, you definitely saw them, fight.
Yeah, they had a lot more sandpaper than they did over the weekend. And it's I don't know how much of that is going, the level of team that you're going up against, but I'd like to see them play how they played the latter half of this game and take that into tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's the argument of whether or not momentum goes with you, but when you're on a back-to-back, you can have that. And so, they've already lost to LA once this year, so maybe come in tomorrow and be like, okay, now we have one in the win column. We actually know what we need to do. Let's keep that going. But they can't they can't keep starting off like they did, because even though they looked better in this first period,
It wasn't.
you have to finish things. You have to, you can't go down 2-0 every game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice to see Gushin like have a good night, because I know he had a rough night in Vegas. So it's nice to see Gushin. Thrun had his moments, but hopefully they can just build on this. Like maybe the Sharks actually go 3-0 this week. Like I swear I'm not on mushrooms, but like maybe it's a thing. Because like sometimes these type of wins can like change a course of a season. Now I'm not saying the Sharks are going to go and make the playoffs. No, I've said that multiple times. They're not. But like maybe they actually hit that 25 win mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't sure looking like it the first 9 games of the season.
No, absolutely not.
No.
But for those optimists out there, the Sharks are just 6 points out of a playoff spot as of this recording. So that's nice. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, the Sharks have the Sharks have the same amount of wins as the Cuda do losses. So there you go.
Oh.
So bleak. Oh boy.
Hey, the Cuda look good. I mean, I'll ask you both, and we have something planned for election night, since the Sharks magically have a game that night. Yes, fortunately. Are you okay if the Cuda win the Calder before the Sharks win Stanley?
Ooh. I'll let you go first, Chelena.
Oh, I don't have a dog in the fight. You guys know me. I'm a reporter. I'm not a fan, so I have to talk about him no matter what. So,
Jules.
I mean, I just want I don't know, like probably okay. Listen, if the Cuda go out and with the Calder, I'm not going to be complaining. So like whichever team wants to get it done first, have at it.
Yes, I gotcha. Let's see here. Utah must be pissed.
probably.
Oh, did you see the photo of their fan?
Yeah.
Just fully having a stroke.
Oh, okay. Maybe not literally, but
Not actually. That was Jesus, no.
Semcast, can we start on time? We're like a hungover college kid at their summer job.
That is true. They kind of do look like hungover college kids sometimes when they start games. It's actually kind of funny.
Oh man, it's just come on, Burge. That's not very nice. Sharks now have more wins than the Giants. Come on now.
Oh, don't do baseball to me right now.
Yeah, no, that's too much painful. Oh
Too
my
much.
gosh. I Amanda, if you're watching, I'm sorry about baseball tonight. So, Dan Moore, if the Cuda win the Calder, I feel it might mean either goalie gets moved at the deadline and Askarov stays in the eighth throughout the playoffs.
I mean, probably. I mean, I think it depends where the Sharks are at. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
That's so early talking about the deadline.
Yeah. Like, 'cause if someone offers you a first for like Blackwood, I don't think Mike Greer says no to that. I'm not saying people will offer a first, but it just depends where the Sharks are at. It's also October,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Yeah, deadline talk in October. It's like, no,
it's like doing
no.
Tankathon in October. Like
Hey,
it just,
we
we
were
were
this
going
close.
to. We were this close if
to
we lost,
Tankathon.
but
Because what
Oh,
else did we
boy.
have going for us? I mean, Christmas.
to be fair, like we almost started the draft talk. What was it on? Oh God,
Last
whenever
night?
they played Vegas.
Oh,
No, whenever
Saturday
they
night.
played Vegas. That's when that was. I don't know.
Oof,
So
But
rough.
but see what happens. You just get a little bit of optimism. It helps out everything. So, let's see. Oh, Felix is texting me a stat. Jake Wallman's 3 assists in the third period. He becomes the third defenseman in Sharks history to record 3 assists in a period, joining Neil Wilkinson in November of '91 at Edmonton, and
Damn.
Doug Wilson in Valentine's Day of 1992, the second period. So
Dang. Okay.
wow.
those were both in the inaugural season. So it's been
Good for him.
34 years since it happened. But dang, that is great.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Detroit.
Felix.
Dope. I like it. That's a good
And-
stat. That's
and
good
Unc-
trivia.
Yeah,
And
that's an
Uncle
elite
Darren
stat.
Stevens, appreciate that big time.
Yes, absolutely.
We love you, man. Let's see, what else do we have here? I haven't seen any quotes come out just yet.
No, me neither.
We're probably celebrating a little bit.
Yes.
So,
I mean,
drums probably got started a little later,
Yes.
even though they're on the road.
Mikael Granlund extends his goal streak to 4 games with 5 goals, matching
He's
the
been
longest of his career. And then he
that
extends his
guy's either
points-
gonna pot like some ridiculous trade at the deadline or extend with the Sharks and just be such a mentor for these young kids. Like he's on fire right now.
That's
He's
a
great
tough
to watch,
fill.
and you do see anyone that he plays with tries to feed off of that.
Yeah,
He's such a follow my lead kind of player too. Like, I mean, so physical, so fast, but also very like not selfish. He's like, no, come with me, come on the ride. It's just, and it's really cool. And just yeah, if again, if the rest of the team can feed off of that, that's huge.
yeah. I mean, like when the Sharks, I know the Sharks traded up that first round pick when they got in the Carlson but in my opinion, he's been one of the best.
He's been great, yeah,
He's
absolutely.
been great from that like return because I know when the Carlson trade happened, everyone's like, Mikael Granlund, he sucks. But sometimes it takes a change of scenery, and he's been amazing for the Sharks.
He's been wonderful, yeah.
He's been awesome.
I'm trying to see.
Did you?
I don't
Oh,
see any.
You missed the
quotes.
super chat.
Oh,
Okay.
did I? Oh, crap.
Dave B.
I'm
Pilot.
Dave, thank you very much. To celebrate, let's see, where are we beginning? Warsaw's first big milestone, his first one as head coach. Absolutely. Dave, thank you for the super chat. Sorry for the delay there. $2 there. Jerry F, celebrating a Sharks win with my son. Teal 10 USA rocks. Thank you very much.
We try.
In California, because they finally gave a damn tonight.
But only in the third. I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
joking,
but no, I know you're joking, but I mean, but you saw the difference in this game versus the other ones in Chelena. It's got to be refreshing to see that they were in it and not having their heads down and slumped, and it's just like crap. Here we go again, game over. We'll try, but no.
That is one of those things that can seep in when you've lost, when you lose several in a row, and it is hard to combat that as a team. But at the same time, over the weekend, they looked defeated very quickly.
Yeah.
And I get that you're in a tough building, you're playing a really tough team, but it was very noticeable that they just felt defeated really early in that game, and it made it hard to watch. They had more jump today. Like I said, when they were down 2-0, they looked like they could have easily been up 3-2. So there was definitely more jump today. It still took them a little while to be hungrier, I think they need to have that hunger, especially because they're not the team to beat anymore. They're the team that that the opposition looks at and goes, oh well, this is a trap game. We have we still have to give them their their best. So the Sharks have to look at it that way, and they're not they don't have the luxury of sitting back on their heels because they're seen as beatable.
Yeah, for sure. We got another super chat here. Pasta Pirate, thank you. I love that name.
That's a
Alexander Wennberg, am I right? Thrilled for the team and coach to get there for. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just happy for Warsaw. He deserves it, man. Like the guy got some flack on our last episode, and but because I don't know, I feel like some of his choices were off, and the team just wasn't winning. But you gotta feel for the guy now. He's won at every level, and I'm sure he's gonna. This is the first of many, many, many wins for Warsaw. And he did it with, honestly, the Sharks can really only get better. So
it's very true. It's very true. They're already off to a better start than they were last year. So baby steps. But
no, instead of losing 11 in a row, we're gonna subtract it by 2.
Yeah. It's still better, and there weren't any 10-2 losses.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God. That was
baby steps.
Thank you, AJ, for the quotes.
There we go.
AJ.
The relief and the belief. We got a group of guys in there that are gonna believe a lot more now, and that's what it's all about. You've got to believe that you can win a hockey game no matter what the situation is, and that's exactly what they did. I can't
put that on a pillow.
Yeah,
have a cross stitch up in the
dressing
room.
Yeah.
Be framed on every locker stall tomorrow.
Right, every stall.
When they get ready to take on LA. Hey, you gotta. I mean, heck, let's just go full Ted Lasso on it. They were like a goldfish.
I like it.
They were like a goldfish against Vegas. Yes, season 4, very interesting.
Yes.
So.
Here's another insane stat from. So the Sharks outshot Utah 20-4 after Utah went up 4-1.
Wow!
Thank you to Cole on Twitter for that. Sharks led Cole Bigley. Sharks led the Sharks led in 45-23 in the shots. So,
jeez Louise,
they just they went into another gear.
They wanted it. They decided that they finally wanted it. And yeah.
And this team is better than it was last year, and this is kind of the team I expected. They're not gonna necessarily be the best team defensively on any given night, but they can score goals.
Absolutely.
I think they have that.
It is going to be about them sort of kind of outscoring. They're kind of I don't want to say outscoring their problems necessarily, but that is kind of what it is. They're gonna they're not going to be able to just lock down, park the bus, and expect to have low scoring games. They're going to have to put the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, because their defense is their defense.
Yes.
That they don't have the people to address that right now. I'm not going to go bashing people again.
No, but I will say, it took a lot for this group to get the first win. I will say I'm looking at the time on ice, and remember that they have a game tomorrow against LA. Giovanni Smith 342, Clem Costin who is at 534 tonight, and I don't think he got back out on the ice until. Well, I don't think he got on the ice after the third Utah goal. And Nico Sturm had more shifts in there a little bit, but 9:37. So I wonder how they'll adjust the lineup for tomorrow. I would assume Will Smith gets back in some form.
And so probably just Thompson. I think they just don't want to play rookies on back-to-backs. So.
And that makes total sense. That makes absolute sense, regardless of which rookies that you're talking about. You want to be careful with development and burnout and all that jazz. So I would think that Smith would be back in tomorrow, especially and just thinking about the back-to-back, it's have him play at home.
Yeah,
so it would make sense. Yeah.
Oh, this is a fun stat.
Yeah, Alexander Wennberg is the second player in Sharks history to score his first goal with the team in overtime, joining Dan Mother Puckin Boyle.
I love that.
But a little over 16 years.
Yeah.
since Boyle did it against the Flyers. Nice. Good stuff,
I like
AJ.
it.
Thank you, bud.
That's elite.
Skylar saying, according to Cole Bailey, the Utah reporter, the Sharks are blasting Axel F by Crazy Frog from their locker room.
I wonder who picked the song.
Chelena, your thoughts?
Yeah, Chelena, what are your thoughts on this?
One of the children picked that one.
Is it my boy William Eklund?
It was last year. Who was it? It might have been Capo, who had like some. It was who was very against the music that was being chosen in the election.
It was Capo.
It was like, oh my!
I think I remember you tweeting about that.
Yes, it was probably me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Good stuff.
Good job.
Tiger.
As long as everybody's happy. Believe.
Yes. Believe.
Yep.
Yes. It's a belief.
I like
oh my god. What one win can do to a fan base is kind of scary.
I mean,
it's kind of beautiful too, though.
Yeah. It's beautiful but scary.
Yeah.
It's euphoria. Let's see. Like I said, I think the last win was April 11th against Seattle. So,
I have more crazy stats. I have more crazy. Yeah, hold up. Keep talking though while I find it because it's on my.
Go ahead. Eric will put Kenny G.
Entertain the crowd.
No, Chris. No. How dare you, Chris G. No.
The audacity. Oh boy.
The audacity.
Okay. Well, here. I know you're love your music, so I'm going to ask you, Chelena. You get the game-winning goal. You celebrate. What are you hitting play on your music player?
Oh, this is fun.
Only one song?
Very fun.
Just one because the kids want to have fun too.
Oh.
Kids do.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna let this one marinate.
All right.
So many things.
You think of that. I'll mention what Jules just messaged me. With tonight's victory, Ryan Warsofsky, 37 years, 2 days, becomes the fourth youngest coach since 2000 and is the 22nd youngest of his lifetime and 100th youngest in the history of NHL to earn his first win as head coach.
Yeah. So Warsaw's gonna be just fine.
Yeah. Looks like Jeremy Colton, I'm guessing, did it in 2018 when he was with the Hawks, if I'm not mistaken. There.
Yeah. So, that sounds about right.
Stuff.
Yeah.
All right, now Chelena, back to you.
Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar.
Oh.
Okay.
I love how Puck and I had the same reaction.
I like that. I loved me some Pat Benatar when I was a wee little lad growing up in the hills of the Bayview. No. Jules.
Yeah.
No pressure. What says you, my dear?
Oh, why did you spotlight me? I don't know. God damn it. Hold on. Let me look at my Spotify. Keep talking, people. This is rude. I thought you were only asking Chelena these questions. What? Jeez.
This is an equal opportunity podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. I'm looking at my playlist. Keep talking. Keep talking.
I'll keep going in the chat. Jordan Genesis, how in the Sam Hill did you make a comeback in less than 3 minutes? That's crazy. Yes.
How in the Sam Hill? That's adorable.
As a VGK fan watching that game, I'm getting PTSD. Jordan, we love you for saying that. I'm sorry about the PTSD flashbacks, but just remember you have a bleeping cup, so go with that. But I'm sorry because you did bring up that game. I have to say,
somebody say Game 7.
Oh,
that
gives me PTSD.
That gives everyone in this chat PTSD.
I can't. Anytime there's a highlight reel and that game winner, I had to erase my entire all my highlights and rewrite them, and my phone was blowing up. It was oof.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you were in the locker room for that one, right?
Yes. That was
how
How was the locker room?
how was that,
after
that night?
Game 7 against Vegas.
Yeah.
It was insanity.
Yeah, was
I
there
had to block people on my phone because people were texting me. I'm like, I have to rewrite my entire story. I hate you. They went down there. It's like right before the 4-minute power play. Kevin Kurz and I were talking about where we were going for our summer vacations.
Oh my god.
We were like, my story was done. We're
And
just kind of hanging out, and then it was boom, 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 boom. And I'm very much about like keeping it chill in the press box. A little old school in that sense. By a little, I mean a lot. Like you're not yelling in the press box. You're not a fan up there. Both Kurz and I were up there like, oh shit, oh no, oh whoa.
It's one of those moments where
I
you
had
have
to rewrite
to.
everything and run downstairs and talk to a bunch of people. And then I drove back and I got back to San Francisco and I got back to my neighborhood. And I have my local watering hole that I like to go to. One of my best friends, Wade, is a hockey guy. And I usually, do kind of like a post-game debrief with him, have a glass of wine, chill. And I get there and on the drive home, I started to get really tired because I've been so wired.
Yep.
And it started to come down and I walk into the bar and it's Wade and like 3 people are lined up ready to yell. I'm like, nobody can talk to me until I have a sip of my wine. And I sat down and somebody tried to come up to me and Wade was like, you've got to leave her alone. You've got to leave her alone. And like, anytime I hear the replay of the goal of the game-winning goal, I guess I feel my blood pressure go up because I think about because it was so cool to cover. That's easily the coolest game I've ever covered. I covered the Cup final, and Game 7 against Vegas is the greatest game. That's the coolest thing I've covered in my career. But when I hear I feel my blood pressure go up. I'm just oh God, I have to run downstairs. I have to go talk to people now.
Right?
It's great.
It just changes all your complexity and questions.
It does.
It's like, oh crap. So now we go back to what we asked Jules earlier.
Oh, I kind of just want to do Baby Shark for the meme.
Oh my God. You are adorable.
No, probably Don't Stop Believing. That's probably my song. I don't know.
That's a good one. I'm trying to see. Let's see.
Jules, honestly, I would, but like, I'm not gonna do that because I know you expect that. So, but if I had a goal song in my ball hockey league, it'd probably Don't Stop Believing.
Jerry F says, "Turn it on again." All right, I gotcha. Don't Stop Believing, like Jimmy Chomps Teal.
May have stole that from you, Jimmy. Just being honest here.
I will say I know I just saw some of the pictures, and AJ, I know you mentioned in our DMs how there was the graphics were not quite accurate tonight, and
I'm getting a last name jersey now.
Yes, I'm gonna get a last name jersey. As someone who's scrambled to make graphics right before, I get that. I like AJ's one, Anthrax, Public Enemy, Bring the Noise. If it were tonight and I score the game-winning goal,
Baby Shark. I'm joking.
Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That is stunning. Big fan. Huge.
That's amazing. That's
Chris JWS. The Sharks be risen forever.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Oh God, it's so nice to talk about a win.
Sharky boy, let's not jump that far ahead right now, buddy.
Let's
first get to 500 and then we can talk about being Stanley Cup champion.
Positivity is infectious.
Hey,
so precious.
The Sharks were 0-8-1 in 93-94, and they were a crossbar away from, honestly, I think they could have taken down Vancouver in the conference final to playing in the Stanley Cup final against the Rangers and get completely destroyed. But that's beside the point.
I'm sorry, I have to address this. Big Bird, did anyone see the flying pigs?
Huh?
What? Huh? Were you on mushrooms during the game? Like, wait, what are we talking about?
Oh, maybe because if the Sharks win, the next time the
Oh,
Sharks
okay.
win, be flying
Got
pigs.
it.
I don't know.
Got it.
That took me a minute.
That
Damn.
took me a few seconds. I genuinely thought there were flying
my
pigs
guess.
in Utah, and I was
Whoa.
actually gonna have a stroke. Like, not an actual stroke. I was like, "Whoa!"
Oh my gosh. Yes.
The
Yes,
Sharks will
Sharks
win when pigs fly.
Yes. Well, the
You know,
pigs
if
are
the Sharks
flying
make the
tonight.
playoff.
Thank you. Oh boy. Yes.
What's with Jules and I don't know, man.
She really likes them on their steak, and maybe her cheeseburger. I mean,
No, it's the lack of sleep for me. It's oh my god, sorry, I'm derailing this.
You're good. You're good. I think it's good. It's good to get it out. I get. I guess we'll wrap it up now. We're having too much fun. I mean,
We're having way too much fun.
But I think we've run out of things to say. In case you missed anything, when you want to watch this again, check us out on tealtownusa.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, yada yada yada.
Mhm.
Okay, but you're watching us on YouTube right now. I mean, come on, let's get the likes up, hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching us on the replay, comment down about how freaking excited you are. The Sharks just came back from 4-1 down to win a hockey game. We would really appreciate the love. But
Also, what would be your goal song?
It's Get Ready for This. Thank you very much.
No, I meant in the chat.
What would you
In
be
the
using?
comment
Okay.
section? Let us know what's your goal song.
Okay. Excuse me.
Big brain. I'm joking.
We've come up with 2 of the last goal songs for this organization. Let's not have to change it again. Okay. Anyways, so Chelena, it is immensely wonderful to have you on, and of course,
Hi, Jerry.
She'll be back tomorrow following Sharks.
Yeah,
to keep
no,
the
you
winning
have to
streak
be
going.
on every night now.
Tomorrow. I will not be back tomorrow, but I'll be back soon.
So if the Sharks, no, I'm kidding. I'm
So-
not going to put that on her at all.
People are going to put it on me. It's fine.
No.
I can handle it. It's okay.
As I am so bummed we did not get a Hella Dudes penalty tonight. I am so bummed.
Oh, I was kind of hoping for one too, but
Right?
it's all right. It's all right. Next time. Next time.
But what are you up to now? Because I know I keep missing the glitter phone case. I'm just saying. But tell everybody what you're up to now. Oh, there we go. Now we're much better. We're much better.
It's still here. No, I'm at CBS Sports full time now. I still do some stuff. I still do stuff for Yard Barker. I still write a little bit of hockey. Actually, quite a bit of hockey. I'm helping with a lot of hockey stuff. So I'm still around and I'm still available to chat.
Yes.
So
we will be kidnapping her
at some point.
At some point to get her
That's
on again.
Phrase.
Yes.
Yeah, good choice in words.
Love it.
Well,
Approved. Approved.
I mean, if she's working for CBS Sports, I mean, then that means I'm just saying, if you know any insiders with I don't know, Taylor Tomlinson, let me know. Just saying. And not like that, Amanda. Don't even think about that, my love. Okay? No.
Lordy, we've derailed.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Just
God.
just making sure I cover my see.
And welcome to the Discord. Anyways,
Yes,
all right.
Exactly. Really quick before we get out of here, we need a hero. One person saying,
I like it.
Yep. Share, do you believe?
Yes.
Dave
Ooh.
saying I did it my way.
Oh, that's a good one.
Vancouver Connect Tyler Miles or we
Yes.
belong. I mean that's pretty
Love
good.
me some Pat Benatar.
Yeah. You know what?
Absolutely.
You're right, Vincent. I can believe.
Oh my God.
Called the win
That's right.
today.
He
So
did.
we'll check on Brody and see if he's okay after that. He might have, knowing him, he probably woke up Max, and Melvin's barking with him right now. So, so
Real quick, the Discord link people are asking for, you can contact at Hockey Jerk on Twitter for that, or on the X machine, whatever you want to call it, or email him. I don't remember the email, but it will probably be in the description down below.
yes. So, Chelena, it is great to see you. Stay out of trouble.
I'll try.
Kick butt in trivia. I
Yeah.
think one
Thank
day
you.
I might have to have my trivia crew come out to your trivia crew.
Come out to the city, dude.
Yeah.
We love a good competitor.
Oh boy, I wouldn't say that, but it might be fun to watch. Do you have a trivia team name for them, or is it change every week?
Oh, we change every week, and we
Okay.
usually have a different theme every week and dress up. Yeah.
Oh boy, and dress up. Oh
Yeah.
lordy. Okay.
And next
All right.
and tomorrow and tomorrow's the big Halloween dress up. So
Ooh.
yeah.
That's true. Yep.
Puck, I expect a full costume for on the pod. You should dress up.
Well, we were supposed to be inflatable sharks until you had to work, so
I hate that was said on live air. Anyways, why am I being pinned again?
I was just having fun with it. All right. Well, we appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back with you Tuesday following Sharks and Kings. That is an ESPN Plus game, so your only post game will be right back here with us. Then, AJ's got the message. Brody, possibly the best part of tonight for the Sharks is the way it played out. They get another game tomorrow night on home ice. Momentum may not carry over from game to game, but vibes. And I could totally picture Brody going into his Joe Thornton impersonation. Yeah, bud. So, Chelena, thank you so much. Love you, hun. Jules, you're okay. All right.
I know.
No, we appreciate
No.
it. Sharks win 5-4 in overtime. What? Sharks
Chelena, you have to be on the pod now. I'm joking. Can't leave, girly.
So thanks for watching, and until next time, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Have a good night. We'll see you Tuesday following Sharks and Kings. Good night, everyone.